Alright guys, in today's video what I'm going to be doing is taking some time to go over the PlayStation Showcase event that happened yesterday. I did do a live stream reaction to it, but I understand that not everybody's going to be able to catch that live stream and not everybody's going to want to watch it after the fact. So I thought I would do a short video kind of summarizing my favorite reveals and announcements, telling you which announcements stood out to me and which ones I really enjoyed. So before we dive into this, do me a favor, hit the like button to help the video out and show your support. I really do appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Something I do want to note here is that the list I'm about to give you is in order. So I'm going to start with the reveals that I did like but didn't really stand out to me, like they weren't huge reveals. And you know, the further we get into the list, the more significant the reveals were to me and the more I enjoyed them. So you'll know when we get to like the last few, those are the ones that really stood out to me. So we're going to start here with Ghostwire Tokyo. We did get a new trailer for this and it showed some more of the story elements. It showed more gameplay. Unfortunately, we didn't get a release date for it. We know it was delayed into next year. It was apparently set to launch this year, but it seems like they're going to have to take more time to really get the game up to where it needs to be. I do like what I'm seeing of Ghostwire Tokyo. It definitely looks interesting. The gameplay looks like it could be really fun, but my only fault with this is every time we see a trailer for Ghostwire Tokyo, the gameplay is cut very quickly. So we only see like 3 to 5 seconds of gameplay and then it just cuts to something else and you just really can't get a good idea of how the game's going to flow and what the actual moment-to-moment gameplay is going to be like. The story definitely seems like it's going to be something unique, something interesting, and I like the whole thing that they have set up here. So I definitely enjoyed seeing some more Ghostwire Tokyo. I just hope that the next time we see it we can get a better idea of what the moment-to-moment gameplay is like, and I do hope we end up getting a release date for it. But next up, we have Gran Turismo 7. This was nice to see. It's always nice to see Gran Turismo. And I think for me personally with this reveal or with the announcement of a release date, I feel more excited for the PlayStation community about this because I see a lot of people say that, man, they cannot wait for a new Gran Turismo, a proper Gran Turismo. And there is a lot of excitement for this game. It's going to do really well on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, and while it's a title that I'm not personally overly excited about, I'm still kind of up in the air as to whether or not I'm going to play it. I might give it a shot. I'm not really a Gran Turismo player. I'm not really a big fan of the racing genre, but it's something I may try to get into. Again, this is one that I felt excited for the community about because I know that a lot of people, as I said, are looking forward to this. So we got a pretty extensive gameplay trailer, and the release date is set for March 4th, 2022. So we're looking at Horizon Forbidden West in February of 2022, and then right after that, we're getting Gran Turismo 7. So essentially a back-to-back release there. But next up, we have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Now, when I saw this announced, it didn't really hit me like how significant this actually is. It was one of those things where I kind of had to process it and look more into it, and I read the blog post, and I'll probably make a dedicated video on it on the PlayStation blog, and it made me realize that this is a very significant reveal. A lot of people looked at this as the biggest reveal potentially of the entire showcase. What's really interesting to me about this, and this is something again that just didn't click with me when I was watching it live, this Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It will be a timed exclusive, but Sony is putting a big emphasis on their partnership with Lucasfilm, and I think it's Asper Studio that's remaking it, and I think Sony's even publishing it. So it's a pretty significant deal that they struck here. Again, we'll have to talk about that more extensively at another time, but I'm a Star Wars fan, but not the biggest Star Wars fan by any means. It's it's one of these things where I enjoy some Star Wars stuff and other Star Wars stuff I just really don't care for. But in terms of Knights of the Old Republic, it's a game that I actually never played, but I've heard nothing but not just good things, great things about. So knowing this game is going to be remade from the ground up, and they're emphasizing that it's going to be a huge remake for the PS5, and it will be a timed exclusive. I mean, this is going to have to be a day one buy for me, guys. And I got to say, like, after hearing what people are saying about it and seeing the enthusiasm and the excitement and reading the blog post, yeah, I'm feeling very excited about this. So that was one that definitely stood out to me. Next up, we have Forspoken. We did get a new trailer for Forspoken. It always feels weird to say that, but yeah, they showed more gameplay. They showed combat, which was really nice. They actually put more of an emphasis on the combat that's going to be offered in this game, and they, you know, revealed a little bit of the story. It's still, you know, kind of up in the air. They're not revealing too much, but it definitely has my interest, and I was surprised at just how good this game actually looks. This seems like it's going to be like one of those games that just drops and people are talking about it, but it's going to end up being really, really good. And people are like, oh, like, this is way better than I expected. I just feel like Forspoken kind of has that underrated feeling associated with it. Based off of what I can tell, there's a lot of people who are excited for it. We did get a release date or a release window of spring 2022. So yeah, 2022 is looking to be a crazy year for gaming, and Forspoken, I'm really liking what I'm seeing of it. I like the main character. I like the fact that she's like being transported from like New York to this just fantasy land, or fantasy world where she gains these powers. It's definitely interesting, and the way you traverse the world, the environments, the combat, it all looks really good. So I was definitely happy to see another Forspoken trailer and get another look at it. But next up, we have Spider-Man 2. This was a huge reveal, and I suspected it would be at this event in the form of a teaser, and I think the teaser we got was certainly worth it. We saw Miles and Peter fighting together, which to me kind of implies there may be co-op, but apparently they're letting us know it's going to be single player, so not a big deal there, but still, it's going to be awesome to see them in this game. They revealed Venom, obviously, that's a huge reveal, and they also gave us a release year of 2023. So, for me, Spider-Man 2, it's one of these things where I feel like I can't act like I was shocked or overly surprised that it showed up, because as I said, I was expecting it. It doesn't make it any less exciting to see it, but just knowing that, yeah, I feel like the time is right for them to tease this game out. This is going to be potentially the biggest game that Sony releases the entire generation with the PlayStation 5, as crazy as that may sound, but we're talking about Spider-Man here, and seeing Venom, man, it's, people are very, very, very excited for this, and I was really happy to see them tease this game. I can't wait to see more of it. So yeah, 2023 release year, hopefully it hits that. Yeah, love to see it, man. The next one in line, God of War Ragnarok, and we can finally call it that officially, because it's been revealed that yes, this game is called God of War Ragnarok. Unfortunately, they didn't give us a specific release date, but they also didn't delay it, so it seems like it's still on track for 2022, especially with how much they showed of the game so far in this trailer. It makes me think that the game is pretty much, I don't want to say near completion, but it's in the final stages. I could see God of War Ragnarok releasing maybe sometime in the summer of 2022. I could also maybe see it coming out in the, later half of 2022, maybe more towards the holiday season potentially. But yeah, we got an extensive trailer for God of War Ragnarok. There was even some interviews where we learned that there's a new director. Again, I'm probably going to have to do a dedicated video going over all the new information and details. But when I saw this, man, it looked incredible. Some people are saying that their excitement for it is slightly reduced because they feel as though graphically and visually it looks pretty much identical to the PS4 version. I did go watch the trailer again on my big screen TV in 4K, and I mean, yeah, they're not like a huge leap ahead, but I can see some differences. I can notice more detail in the God of War Ragnarok trailer compared to what we saw in God of War 2018. But for me, that's not really the thing I was looking for with this. I just wanted to see what the next chapter of the story between, you know, Kratos and Atreus is going to look like. Atreus is older now, you know, we can't really call him boy anymore. And so I really enjoyed this trailer. It looks like it's going to be another amazing adventure. It seems like there's going to be a lot on offer, and it was just great to see, man. It was exactly what I expected. I predicted that when we saw God of War Ragnarok revealed, it wasn't just going to be a story trailer. It wasn't just going to be a raw cut of gameplay. It was going to be a mix of both. And again, that's exactly what we got. That's exactly what I was expecting. And so, yeah, at this point, it's just, you know, let's see when they're going to give it its own dedicated state of play and massive gameplay reveal. I think that's going to be a big moment. And so we get to my final pick here, and I had to put this at the #1 spot. There's 7 things total on this list, so you know, we hit the #1 spot, and guys, hands down, the Wolverine game from Insomniac Games. Absolutely could not believe that reveal when I saw it. I know that it's just a CGI trailer. I know some people are getting on me because they're like, dude, you know, don't get hyped for a CGI trailer, whatever, but I have to make an exception for this, man. Like, I know it's an early development, but knowing that Insomniac Games is handling it is what truly got me, like, thoroughly excited, man, because Wolverine is one of my favorite characters ever, and to me, this is a dream announcement. You know, I could see Insomniac Games doing a bunch of other games and doing a bunch of other Marvel characters, but the fact that they're actually doing Wolverine, the big question with this game, and again, I'm going to have to give it its own dedicated video, is will it be rated M? If I had to just, you know, give my assumption on that, I'm going to say, yeah, I think it's going to be a mature game. I don't see how they could make a Wolverine game and not do that. But yeah, this was a just shock announcement that no one saw coming, and in my opinion really elevated this showcase to the level that I was hoping it would get to, because it was amazing to see God of War, it was amazing to see Spider-Man 2 and all the other games I listed, but when they dropped Wolverine, man, that was just like, okay, like this is that shock reveal, surprise reveal that I was hoping we would get. And so for me, it absolutely made the show. I would have been satisfied with everything I listed before talking about Wolverine, but man, I absolutely cannot wait. I gotta say, like, this to me is one of the bigger game announcements I've seen in a long time. For me personally, again, I'm just speaking for myself, and I cannot wait to get more information on this game. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I'll be very interested to hear what you guys have to say. You can let me know down in the comments below what your top reveals or announcements were during the showcase. As you can tell, I didn't put any third-party games here, really, because that's not why I tune into these showcases. So if you have third-party games that you enjoyed seeing or other exclusives that I didn't mention, please let me know down in the comments below. Again, leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.